do it by doing it, right? I mean, there's no, there's no secret code. If you want to become more mindful, more aware, then you practice being more mindful and more aware, right? I mean, you take time out, like in the early morning, for example, or the evening, or whenever you have time to just sit and be with the breath. The breath is very useful because we're always breathing. And the breath connects us with the mind. The physical and the mental is the bridge between the two. And as I always say, the importance of the breath is that if we are aware of our breath, we are present, because we cannot breathe in the past or the future. We only breathe now. And if we breathe and we're not even conscious we're breathing. So now we are practicing by being conscious we're breathing. And that's all we have to do. It's not a pranayama. It is just a normal breathing and being conscious of the breath as it comes in and out without trying to alter it or trying to, make it do things we want it to do. It just does what it's doing and we know it. This is a way of training us in becoming more aware, becoming more mindful. It's just a very skillful way. It's easy to do compared with watching the mind, which is very, very important. But because the mind is so fast, it's much more difficult. The breath is slow, and we can catch onto it. We can be with it. That's all. That's all. We breathe. We know we're breathing. Then, even during the day, and especially if we start getting a bit agitated or lost, we can bring the attention back to the breathing, right? Breathing in, breathing out, brings us back here, now, what's actually happening, which is that we're breathing and we know we're breathing. And along with developing mindfulness, being more aware of when we move, when we walk, when we sit, we stand, and so forth, when we drink our tea, when we're working computer, just to have that awareness that this is happening while we're doing these things. Also to have a loving awareness, not just a cold awareness, not just cold mindfulness, distancing ourselves from everything, but a warm, loving sense of awareness. This is very important to use our daily life also to develop our kindness, our patience, our generosity. I mean, all these qualities of the heart, which help us to overcome the negative qualities of the heart, like our annoyance, our anger, our irritation, and so forth, or our greed and jealousy and our ego. These negative qualities, we have to learn to recognize them and accept them, and then how to transform them and overcome them and, bring up all the good qualities which are part of our innate nature. I mean, our basic nature, our basic goodness is there. So all our love and compassion and kindness is who we really are. But it gets covered over by all these negative emotions, which are not who we really are. So we have to clean away all the pollution, all the tarnish of our negative emotions to reveal the clear beauty of our true nature. Right? So that's it. That's all we have to do is just transform ourselves, lose our ego, and develop universal compassion and love. That's it. And a bit of wisdom helps. But we start where we are. And where we are is that we are here and we are breathing. And so we're going to start by being conscious of our breath, right? And at the same time, developing these qualities of the heart, our loving kindness and our compassion and our joy in goodness, which we first start by directing towards ourselves. We start by making friends with ourselves, right? We give ourselves kindness and compassion and, just are nicer to ourselves and not so critical. but kinder. And then we extend that out to others whom we care about, then others we don't really care about one way or the other, and then people that we really find difficult, that we don't like, and then finally all the world, recognizing that every single living being wants happiness and doesn't want to suffer. Just as I would rather be happy and not suffer, all beings want to be happy and not suffer. Who wants to suffer? So remembering that, we try to become more patient, more kind, more compassionate. So we are constantly trying to work with the negative in us and to transform it into something positive. And at the same time, using our innate awareness to see what's going on inside us, right? But even as we see what's going on inside us, we do so with kindness also to ourselves, right? Not just beating ourselves up every time we fall down. That's not the point, right? We try to encourage the goodness in ourselves, and at the same time to recognize and remove that which is negative. Okay, so that's, I mean, the point is that the path takes up all our day. And if we do lucid dreaming, all our night. It takes up all our time, right? But in a good way, in a very relaxed and happy way, not in a tight, tense, got to do it right type of way, right? We just recognize that everybody we meet, everything we do is our opportunity for practice. Isn't that wonderful? We can see that in one lifetime, we can travel the path. So good luck, enjoy it. If we enjoy doing something, we do it with your enthusiasm. So it's important to enjoy what we're doing. Then even the most difficult tasks become easy.